Yeah, and you got to think about it like this. When you have 9 new players in a new program trying to understand a new culture, it's going to be hard to get them to click at times. And they're working hard. They have a great attitude. They believe in what coach is cooking. And so
steps to the line. Knocking down the first on R.J. Davis and number 7 North Carolina at 7 Eastern, followed by Antonio Reeves and number 22 Kentucky hosting Ole Miss at Rupp Arena. Both games are on ESPN and the app. A turnover there, dropping them from 3 to 7 in the top 25.
Yeah, it just tells you how dangerous the ACC is, and we talk about it a little bit, but, you know, as far as the credit that they deserve sometimes, I think it gets overlooked.
Roll to the rim and a layup for Brian Miles. So Miles coming off of a double-double in the last game, 18 and 10. He leads the SWAC in rebounding, and he's accounting there for what is now a 9-0 run.
And I think that's something that Coach Smith talked about, too. I think there's a lot of dependence on him to get the rebound where it needs to be by committee. I think there's a lot of dependence on him to get the rebound where it needs to be by committee type of thing for Praire Review. By committee type of thing for Praire Review.
The miss by Hans-Louis Jones. And the loose ball out to the Panthers. Four minutes since the last Florida A&M field goal.
Yeah, they struggled to get themselves going offensively, and I think it can start with field goal. Yeah, they struggled to get themselves going offensively, and I think it can start with them getting in the open floor and running like this.
Good tempo. Layup from Louis Jude. Stops the run. It's a 15-8 ball game. The pass by Smith. Missing the rim. The pass by Smith. Missing the rim is C.J. Lane. Spear. Tried to squeeze that pass down low.
I wore a face guard. I felt different. And that's not even my identity. I turned into Kevin Garnett, just talking crazy to people.
The question is, did you wear it long after you needed to wear it?
Yeah, I wore it after. They said you're good to go. At this point,
wear it long after you needed to wear it.
Yeah, I wore it after. They said you're good to go. At this point, I'm intimidating people.
Basketball is a mental game as well. Corner three is in. It was a really cool and enjoyable time to see all of the different pieces of memorabilia that are in his office. He's a big baseball fan as well. This high arcing jumper from Nunley draws air down low. Miles fighting well. This high arcing jumper from Nunley draws air down low. Miles fighting well. This high arcing jumper from Nunley draws air down low. Miles fighting. Kept it alive for Felix Jumper. Good second effort. Air down low. Miles fighting. Kept it alive for Felix Jumper. Good second effort by the Panthers, but it's off the Schramm. Now a three. Long miss, grabbed by Matthew Webster. The Panthers, but it's off the Schramm. Now a three. Long miss, grabbed by Matthew Webster. The Panthers, but it's off the Schramm. Now a three. Long miss, grabbed by Matthew Webster. Down low. Good action yet again as Miles got a piece. Down low. Good action yet again as Miles got a piece there. Chase Bars could not convert, and now a steal on the other. Chase Bars could not convert, and now a steal on the other end. KJ Parker flips it up, and it'll go to the line. So as he knocks down the first, our next with NBA Countdown at 7 on ESPN and the app. Steph Curry.
You got to recognize when he's dead so you can get him out there so that he can recover and go back out and keep that same energy up. And I'm thinking like a bison. They can.
Okay.
They're elegant.
I'm with you there. That works. Nine to shoot for Hopkins. Gets it back after the miss. And 9 to shoot for Hopkins. Gets it back after the miss. And
emphasis of Prairie View, obviously being a little bit smaller than FAMU. They want to try to find ways, being a little bit smaller than FAMU. They want to try to find ways to score the ball, but sometimes you're going to miss.
Hopkins goes up.
It hit the camera guy's knee. Glad he's okay.
Foul call against Florida A&M. Team foul number 5. And that's an easy offensive foul.
When he gets going, you have to find ways to disrupt him. And with him, a lot of teams, watch him against Bethune-Cookman, it was the excess physicality that they were putting on him.
Spears can't score on the jumper over McGaskey. The contest down low, kept alive for Spears. Can't score on the jumper over McGaskey. The contest down low, kept alive for Spears. Can't score on the jumper over McGaskey. The contest down low, kept alive for Spears. Can't score on the jumper over McGaskey. The contest down low, kept alive for Spears. He'll try another jumper. This one misses. Grant, offensive rebound, can't get it to go. It's down low, kept alive for Spears. He'll try another jumper. This one misses. Grant, offensive rebound, can't get it to go. He'll try another jumper. This one misses. Grant, offensive rebound, can't get it to go. And Miles able to pull it out. Hopkins doesn't have the numbers. He'll have to retreat.
And let's just talk about that. That was 4 opportunities for FAMU to score the ball. Now, most people would look at that as a wash, but I'm going to tell you right now, the more shots you get at the basket, the better you're going to make those next shots that you take. And so that gives them more reps that the other team did not get.
Long 3 is out in his area code.
Oh, that's deep range right there.
Parker going to work. 10 to shoot. Shake and bake time. And he pushed off. Get away with that?
I call it like the little shoulder shimmy. If they're on your shoulder, don't extend the arms, but make sure that you move that shoulder to create your space you need.
5.5 left to go. First half. Hopkins runs into a brick.
The transition period from FAMU.
Into Grant. 3 players around him and a foul. That'll be
working extremely hard. You wonder, can he maintain that for 40 minutes?
Against Rakia Jackson. And the Lady Vols in Knoxville covers again. And the top 16 reveal shows, by the way, on the way. Thursday, 6:30 Eastern on ESPN2, and then February 29th as well. On ESPN2, as the 3 is knocked down as the lead extends to 4.
And C.J. Lane continuing to show his range and abilities from the perimeter, but he's a 3-level guy. He can do a little bit of everything, and it's like a microwave. Once he gets going, it gets hot. All right, it's hard to cool him off.
9 to shoot. Parker, double team, out to Coffey. Launches, can't hit. A rebound for Miles. Out to Coffey. Launches, can't hit. A rebound for Miles.
Game of runs. Now we're seeing Praire View get going and try to get momentum in their favor.
8 straight for the Panthers, who lead it by 4. They started out 4 of 7 from the field, hit a long dry spell, but have picked it up in the last few moments. Another long one from Lane. Heat checked, but have picked it up in the last few moments. Another long one from Lane. Heat check 3, missing. Parker at the controls. Webster with the toss into Grant, who lays it in.
See why Shannon Grant's so important for this team. Just creates a lot of balance, serves as a relief valve for Florida A&M.
And
players get going on that perimeter.
he poses a sizable problem for Florida.
Double entendre.
Oh, yes. He presents a sizable problem for Praire View A&M because the Panthers are one of the smaller teams in college basketball. They don't have a lot of size to contest Grant, who leads the team in scoring with 9 tonight. Coffee can't hit the 3. The follow is good. Grant, who leads the team in scoring with 9 tonight. Coffee can't hit the 3. The follow is good.
Talk about those second chance points. That's something that if you are going to be the bigger team, you have to put it to use.
Out of the hands of Miles. Out of the hands of Miles, he can't convert. Just under 3 minutes left to go. Derek Jones and John Williams with you tonight as Grant.
I'm like, hey, would you rather the foul or would you rather just get that turnover and stay in this game? Because he's been great for this program.
Two and a half remaining. Hopkins trying to get inside of Grant and around Grant. Missed the shot. Miles trying to follow up, and he's able to get Hopkins trying to get inside of Grant and around Grant. Missed the shot. Miles trying to follow up, and he's able to get
the team that's cooking. All right. That means he's not tired. That means I got to go at him on the other.
To spell McGaskey. 9 to shoot for the Panthers. And a foul at the front end of a 1-and-1. Nunley got in there.
He has had the ability to get a couple of second chance options there to try to wanted to rest him a little bit longer, but understanding that momentum going into the half is everything.
High game again at 27. Spears trying to shake free of McGaskey. The kick to Coffee. Hits 3 off the mark. Rebound taken free of McGaskey. The kick to Coffee. Hits 3 off the mark. Rebound taken by Miles. Miles. Nunley goes up, gets blocked by Grant. Have been able to persevere. Can they do it again?
They always find a way. Well, as long as they got P.J. Henry on their team, I mean, you never know what could happen.
Beautiful. So Grant into double figures tonight. And a lead for Florida A&M with 18 seconds left. McGaskey down to 7. Nunley with 4, with 3. Gonna have to do something. Step back 3. No good. And that closes out the half. John, how about this release?
It's different. It definitely doesn't look smooth. But you can definitely see Coach McCullum will probably work on that, especially when they get to the summer.
Smith got underneath Grant, and Smith averaging just under 15 points per game.
Right.
Yeah, he was not giving credit to Byron Smith.
15 corner jumpers in a row, and they didn't touch anything. Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, I mean, I love the young man's confidence. You got to say that. Like, if if you're going to be a man with that plays the game of basketball, you got to say that. But there's no way.
Grant away from the paint this time. Spear with 7. Got it.
Wow.
Tough make.
When all the attention has been on Shannon Grant in this second half, Spear has to show his ability to keep them honest.
Hopkins will try it. Can't get the drop. Hopkins will try it. Can't get the drop. Ends up in the hands of Grant. And a tough shot maker. Jalen Spear. He's helped cut this to a 2-point game. Lane fires it up from deep. Can't connect. Grant cut this to a 2-point game. Lane fires it up from deep. Can't connect. Grant board. And a steal. Easy read for C.J. Lane. And a steal. Easy read for C.J. Lane. Lane can't get it to go. And let's see. I mean, he did touch the rim with that ball still moving around, but foul is the call as Lane misses the jumper. Grant. Grant looking for the ball, making noises. He didn't get it. Spear steps into it. And a good Spear steps into it. And a good control by Lane. Hopkins with that shoulder shake created some room. Gets it back. He'll launch. Got it.
Yeah, got it. Yeah, you put that much distance between you and another person. All right, you gotta let that go.
Yeah.
You gotta let that go.
He gives the Panthers a 4-point lead. Parker trying to shake free of Horton. Misses the jumper. Parker trying to shake free of Horton. Misses the jumper. Smith with the carom. Hopkins down the floor inside of Webster all the way in. Webster all the way in.
This second half has been all Hopkins. Just really just imposing his will with his athleticism, speed, and quickness.
10-2 run for the Panthers. Webster surrounded. Good feed down low.
Oh, why? I mean, especially, that had to be a blown defensive assignment for Praire View.
Biggest guy on the court. Got to account for him.
He can't hide. But we did talk about the elegance of the Buffalo. They're just, sometimes you don't even know they're there.
Miles at 7. Lane will fire. Parker. Now Spear. 4-point deficit faced by Florida A&M. They led at halftime by 2. Webster tries a long jumper, missed it. They led at halftime by 2. Webster tries a long jumper, missed it. Rebounded by Miles again. Court to a cutting Miles, and that layup is stop as Miles at the line. Can't get the first.
You get it. He's like the only rebounder that they have. So he's going after everything because.
No doubt about it. And that's one area they've tried to clean up here tonight. 3 steals already for Prairie View A&M here in the second half. 10 for the game. The 3 by Spear. A block instead. Just over 6 minutes gone by, second half. Derek Jones and John Williams with you from the Lawson Center in Tallahassee, Florida. Seven for Horton, trying to cross up Spear. Hopkins in the lane, can't get it to go. Snap, trying to cross up Spear. Hopkins in the lane, can't get it to go. Snatched out of the air by Webster. Schramm falling away from the rim, going glass.
6'4", big guard that really knows how to use his shoulders, his body, his footwork to get past smaller defenders and finish.
Cuts it to a 2-point game. Lane coming up empty. That ball almost. Lane coming up empty. That ball almost taken away by the Panthers, but eventually controlled by the Rattlers and Schramm. Webster, now Schramm. Into Spear, nearly stolen, and now it is. Into Spear, nearly stolen, and now it is. Ahead to Hopkins. Hopkins, nice speed down low, the block on Miles. Good defense by Ahead to Hopkins. Hopkins, nice speed down low, the block on Miles. Good defense by Florida A&M.
And FAMU are trying to get themselves in open floor situations. They've struggled in the half court against Prairie View.
Wild shot by
court against Prairie View.
Wild shot by Jalen Spear. Now he's behind the play. Hopkins, pull up. Money.
Some Globetrotter essence in this building.
Oh, an offensive foul coming.
It definitely is. It was procedural. I'll say that much. I mean, it was every day you're working on getting a little bit better. They teach you the bare minimums, and you continue to grow with all the antics and all that stuff as you get used to it. But you play so many games. We talked about reps in this game, like second chance, third chance points. You get more chances you get more chances to score the ball. It's the same thing with them. The more reps you get, the better you get at it.
Ryan Miles adding to the lead. It's a 6-point advantage for Prairie View A&M. Looking for Grant down low. Can't get it to him. The flip and the bucket.
Yeah, you saw so much attention on Shannon Grant. It's going to open up more opportunities offensively for other players.
Miles waiting right there at the doorstep. He's got back-to-back buckets. 6-point edge again. Schramm knocks down along.
But Schramm noticed that his man was trying to prevent the post-entry pass from him on the catch, that he knew that he was going to have a wide open three there.
Right down the middle. Scoop shot by Hopkins, no good. Miles keeping it alive, trying to go at Grant. Can't get it to hit. Right down the middle. Scoop shot by Hopkins, no good. Miles keeping it alive, trying to go at Grant. Can't get it to hit. Right down the middle. Scoop shot by Hopkins, no good. Miles keeping it alive, trying to go at Grant. Can't get it to hit. Hopkins somehow down there with a basketball.
Next one.
They are showing, speaking of the Panthers, a lot of fight down low. Turnaround shot is up and in from Kevin McGaskey. I'll tell you what, John, we saw earlier Byron Smith really getting into his team before the game started. We know what he did today in practice, just trying to energize his squad. He's getting the message across. Keep fighting hard.
I loved it, too. I mean, he said
1 out of 2 for Schramm. 4-point contest. Miles can't get that one to fall home.
He said, I want you to get 25 rebounds. I want you to get 25 rebounds. I want you to get 25 rebounds. He was telling everybody, get after it.
There's 7 minutes left to go. He has preached, has Coach Smith, about effort. The jumper no good. Webster with about effort. The jumper no good. Webster with a rebound. Spear trying to spin off. Creates some room for a Schramm three, no good. Smith.
Both teams are struggling with each other's half court. It really has been who's been able to get out in the open floor and get something high percentage.
Seven to shoot to the foul line for Lane. Lane spins away from Webster and gets the shot to go. Webster and gets the shot to go.
Oh my goodness, CJ Lane with the Kobe spin. Beautiful move.
Lane now with 10 and an offense. This pace well off the scoring averages of both teams. The Panthers averaging 71 points per game. The Rattlers at 68 per.
In a defensive chess match, to say the least.
Lane now with 12. Lane now with 12.
We talked about it. He's got the microwave game. Really can get hot and going quickly. Missed a few at the beginning of the first half or second half, but starting to find his way.
To a 5-point game as the Rattlers able to tighten things up here with just over 5 minutes left to go.
You can see Coach McCullough putting Shannon Grant on ice just for a little bit to give that energy that he needs from him in the final minutes of this game.
Hopkins missing.
The energy that he needs from him in the final minutes of this game.
Hopkins missing off the back of the iron. Spear not able to knock down the elbow jumper as to the iron. Spear not able to knock down the elbow jumper as
with a wrist injury. He'll be out for the rest of the season, I believe.
They've missed his presence. He's a team leader in block shots. Down low. Webster, the feed to Chapman. Chapman stuck. Under 10 to shoot. Spear gets a step. Down to 2. Down to 1. The launch and the bucket.
I love Parker's game because he doesn't overdo it. It's whatever you give me, I'm going to take advantage of it. If you give him the 3, he'll take it, he'll make it. You give him the drive, he'll take it, he'll make it.
Lane to the rack and to the window and to the bucket. A lead of 4. The crossover by Spear. He gets clobbered on the way up. That band.
Man.
And I love that band, too.
I love this band. FAMU Marching 100. They got to get, let's talk about it. We've done a lot of HBCU games. Even if, like, a team loses, if the band wins, we still, let's talk about it. We've done a lot of HBCU games. Even if, like, a team loses, if the band wins, we still HBCU games. Even if, like, a team loses, if the band wins, we still win. It's competitive all the way across the board.
Florida A&M not able to cut into the deficit from the free throw line. Lane will pull it. Got it.
Big folks out here, man.
16 points for the air fryer and a 6-point lead. Cutting to the rim is Chapman, and he lays it in. It's a 4-point game.
We talked about it before, you know, like Shannon Grant, still haven't seen him, but at the same time, you wonder if the speed, this pace may be a little bit too much for him.
Hopkins, he's been too much for Florida A&M. Tonight.
Too much sauce, man. I mean, the guy has got an extra gear to him that is hard to stay in front of.
Spear, the runner. And it ends up in the hand. 17th board of the night.
Yeah, Miles has been everywhere, and he's had to fight extremely hard. Coverage of multiple post players, trying to establish himself offensively. Been hard, though.
6 turnovers committed by Prairie View A&M. They've been able to force things conversely on the other side. 15 errors forced to the Rattlers. Grant back in, double team, splits it, lobs it up and in.
You see the difference of Shannon Grant, what he can bring to the table. That time, you saw it. Double team came. He kept the ball high, stepped through the coverage, and was able to finish it.
Trapped along the baseline is Lane. Lane finds an open Miles. Miles can't hit the jumper. Hopkins there battling. Gets stuffed at the rim. Loose. Trapped along the baseline is Lane. Lane finds an open Miles. Miles can't hit the jumper. Hopkins there battling. Gets stuffed at the rim. Loose. Just over a minute left to go. Florida A&M battled into overtime against Texas Southern in their last game, came up 3 points short. Taking the Panthers to the limit here. 10 to shoot. Coffee, got it!
Wow, huge. That means you gotta pressure the ball. Make sure you got help side defense. Protect the basket and then corral the ball, bring it down, and then be able to get back on offense. It's hard pass.
May have missed the travel there on Miles. Lane all the way to the window.
Get easy baskets for themselves.
Spear. Down low. Webster lays it in. So there's the 2. They'll have to foul, and they do. They foul McCaskey. Front end of a 1-and-1 is no good.
Anything.
Coffee looking. Spear gets it. 14 seconds left. No timeouts remaining for the Rattlers. Spear gets a step, stop, pop, no good. Hit back up, no good. And control. Gets a step, stop, pop, no good. Hit back up, no good. And control. Gets a step, stop, pop, no good. Hit back up, no good. And control. Front end is in. Second one is good. 3 points.